Hi everyone, I am Sanjay Lad. Welcome to one more video of SPL BIO-TONIC. Students, in today's discussion, we'll talk about the structure of ribosomes. Students, these ribosomes are found in both prokaryotic cells as well as eukaryotic cells. Now, they consist of the large unit and small unit. They also show two sites here. One is P site and second is A site. Now, what is the meaning of P site and A site? We'll just see a bit afterwards. Now, when these two units are joined together, then that ribosome becomes functional. This is the structure of a amino acid which we have seen earlier. Now, it has amino group on one side and it has an acyl group on other side. As this amino acid has both amino group and acyl group, therefore it is termed as amino acyl group. Now, as this amino acyl group is attached to this tRNA, therefore this tRNA is termed as amino acyl tRNA. Now students, in this case, this tRNA is now attached to a polypeptide chain which is made of three amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3. Now as this tRNA is attached to a polypeptide chain, therefore this is termed as peptidyl tRNA. Now with this information, let us understand the structure of ribosome again. So ribosome consists of two units. The upper part is called as large unit, whereas lower part is called as small unit. The ribosome have these two sides. Now to this side, peptidyl tRNA is attached. Therefore this site is termed as peptidyl tRNA binding site. Now this amino acyl tRNA is attached to this side, therefore this side is termed as amino acyl tRNA binding site. So this is a functional ribosome which is formed now. So students, I hope you are understanding the structure of ribosome. It has a large unit, it has a small unit, and it shows two sites, P site and A site. P site is meant for peptidyl tRNA, whereas A site is meant for amino acyl tRNA. There are two types of ribosomes, 70S in case of prokaryotic cells and 80S in case of eukaryotic cells, which are further divided into 50S and 30S in case of prokaryotic cell, whereas 60S and 40S in case of eukaryotic cells. Now, there is one interesting part about ribosomes of mitochondria and chloroplast. They are also of 70S type. Now students, I request you all to find what is the correlation between ribosomes of mitochondria, chloroplast and prokaryotic cells and give your answer in the comment section below. Now students, we know that in case of prokaryotic cell, the site of transcription and translation is same. That is, the transcription work and translation work is going on simultaneously. Now as the mRNA is produced, at the same time the ribosomes attach to this mRNA to form proteins. So you can see here these are chains of ribosomes attached to this mRNA, and you can see the long chain of polypeptide which are formed by these ribosomes. So when mRNA is attached to many ribosomes, that concept is called as polyribosome, or simply it is called as polysomes. Now, as far as composition of ribosomes are concerned, rRNA combines with proteins to form ribosomes. And at the end, what is the function of ribosomes? These ribosomes help in protein synthesis. They are also called as factory of protein synthesis. Students, I hope you are clear with the concept of ribosomes. At the end, I request you all to like my channel, share it and subscribe it. Subscription is totally free, and thank you for watching this video.